Hey Don,
Yeah,
why did Frosty go to the middle of the big lake?
I don't know.
Because snowman's an island.
That's good. That's a good one. We found one.
Happy New Year, this is Gina
And this is Don.
with Focused Healthy Family.
And this is our Tuesday Tips for Parents. Today's tip comes from the book Hands-Free Life, 9 Habits for Overcoming Distraction, Living Better, and Loving More by Rachel Macy Stafford. And in the book, she gives out these hands-free life daily declarations. And this is our declaration for today. Today, I will stop looking at images and news feeds that take my focus off of what really matters. Today, I will distance myself from people who cause me to question what I know is right for me. Today, I will discard or destroy items that open wounds from a dream never realized or past hurt. Today, I will offer myself a clear, unfiltered view of the beautiful life I am meant to live. Wow, how true it is. This book was written some time ago, but still very true today. How we're being so influenced by outside sources that down us, that want to stop us from living the dream or the vision that we have.
Well, we can get so lost in news, social media. This happens very heavily when we're near a big presidential election, which we're approaching this year. And you can become overwhelmed by it. It can encompass everything you're thinking about. You can live in a fear and worry. And so what can we do to remove ourselves from that? And there are ways to step aside from it. I know people who go off Facebook for a little while. One thing I've done, though, is if there are people who are sharing things on their feed that are just not empowering me, that are not lifting me up, I will hide their feed.
Mm-hmm.
The formula now on Facebook is so bizarre that you don't always get all your friends' feeds. And I'm not talking about friends who share difficult struggles. If there are people in your life who are not lifting you up, who feel like they're pulling you down into your past, into negativity, find a way to step aside from that. What decision can you make today in this moment to remove yourself from that for an hour, for a few minutes, for a day?
Well, I think there's also you can separate yourself from it in your mind as well too, in a way, if you can look at it differently and not let it absorb into you.
And everyone's different with that. I know for me, I just really take things in. If there's something in the news about a child that was killed or something of that nature, it's gonna eat away at me and thinking about it. So I don't watch news on a regular basis. I will go to sources to get information for news and things that are happening. Yet to just sit and watch the regular news channel feed of all the...
Well, yeah, they made it such that it's 24/7 now, which I think has been a bit of it's not been that great for us, because now they have to then search for, and of course they want to get the things that are thrilling or exciting to get the ratings, I guess, and so they've kind of pulled us into this desire to have it now, and
the constantness. Your phone is always popping up messages of what's going on now,
notifications,
in the news, and what's happening now, and we need to stop and say, is this really feeding us? Is this serving us? What things are really distracting us from what matters and what's important? I know you've done that a few times in the middle of political seasons, and be like, you know what, I need to step away from this.
Well, one of the things I've kind of done now is I allow myself maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks to actually go and look at stuff for a little bit and then not go back to it.
It can be helpful to set a timer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to read about the news for 15 minutes, for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to move on with my day.
And otherwise you fall down the rabbit hole and get stuck.
And just recognizing, how am I choosing to spend this time in this moment, and really thinking about the people and where you're putting your energy.
Well, pay attention too is how you start feeling around it, mm-hmm. how you start acting around it too. Mm-hmm. Does it make you angry? Do you feel down when you read this or that, whatever it is, or look at or whatever? First, I guess, a big part is just recognizing that it's making you feel that way, or it's working against you or not serving you, so that you can begin to change how you do that.
And it's a great conversation. Maybe your kid comes telling you about something going on in the news, and you can even say to them, listen, I love engaging with you. Let's talk about this for a certain amount of time. And yet, for me, if I spend too much time focusing on this, it interferes with me doing things that matter in my personal life right here and right now. And identifying those things and helping our children to be able to navigate that. Like you said, having the example of, okay, we're going to all sit here and delve in the news for a little bit, and then we're going to set it aside and play a family game, and choosing those things consciously and talking about it as we're living it and doing it. Not to narrate per se, but for our children to see the ways that we're managing these things, because it's affecting us just like it's affecting them.
When we're good examples for them.
They're learning from us even when we don't want them to be.
That's right.
Every moment of our life. So I hope you've enjoyed our tip for today. Please tune in again on Thursday, where we delve into a podcast at greater length over a topic or discussion, or speaking with another individual who shares our vision. Glad you've joined us today, and remember, how we speak to our children today shapes their future and ours.